Hey! Heck yes, Friday night. We're out living our lives once again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. My name is Lydia Popovich. My pronouns are she, her, confident bitch. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate you identifying me properly. I think it's important. Claps and woos, always wonderful, are not necessary. Like, my ego is out of control. Like, I like to tell people I refer to my confidence level in the third person as Jolene. Yeah, because I will steal your man just because I can. That's the level of confidence that I'm serving. And listen, I know that can be a bold statement coming from someone who looks like me. I know what I look like up here. I'm a big old girl, big fat lady on a stage. I love saying that out loud. It makes rooms so quiet and nervous. You guys got so tense, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, she knows. Like, yes, I know. It's not a secret. I didn't wake up fat and beautiful one day, you know what I mean? Like, this has been a lifelong journey. I've never been a thin person. I've always been a fat person. I like it. I like being fat. It's for me, you know what I mean? I would never want to be thin. That shit seems cold. You ever see skinny people? They're always freezing, always. Skinny women are the worst. They're always like wearing that sweater, half on, half off, just draped off the shoulders, like, I'm so thin, I'm so beautiful. I'm so cold. You know, it's like, eat a sandwich or wear the coat, you know what I mean? Make a choice, make a choice. Definitely chosen that sandwich life because, like I said, I know that I'm beautiful. I know that I'm beautiful because I get hit on every time I leave my house. Every time, without fail. Because here's the reality, ladies. Society wants us to think that you are not beautiful to men unless you are tall, thin, young, blonde, and I'm here to tell you that that's a lie, all right? Every woman in this room is breathtaking. Every woman in this room is gorgeous, all right? Do not forget that men really don't have standards. They just need a home. The minute they leave their mother's house, the quest begins to find a new home. So don't let them fool you, ladies. Every time I leave my house, I get hit on. And it's different parts of the world. You know, here in Los Angeles, a little bit more body conscious. You know, here, I know I'm just another fat girl with a pretty face, right? Guys aren't as open about it. You know, go somewhere, you get the eyes, and then you leave, and you get a little DM in your pocket that's like, what's up, young thickness, you know? You're like, look at me in the eyes, you coward, come on, you know? Have you guys ever been to Portland, Oregon? Couple of you? He shook his head. That's the move, sir. I hate Portland. Portland's terrible. Portland is a terrible place. It's so weird. That's where, like, white people go to be peak weird, all right? Like, white people who have lived in Austin, San Francisco, Berkeley, they're like, not enough, need more. They move to Portland. You show up to Portland, you grow a beard, doesn't regardless of gender. Everyone gets a beard. You're issued a plaid shirt and a canvas tote bag and sent on your way, you know? I was doing a comedy show in a bike shop / brewery. Because we needed that. Like, it was just strange. Like, who popped a tire and then was like, I need to get this fixed and I need an IPA now, you know? So doing a show in this place at night, again, very weird to have comedy. Do a show. After the show, a gentleman comes up to me and he's chatting me up and he won't leave me alone. And I realize, oh, this guy's hitting on me. This guy wants to see what's going on. So I look at him and I'm like, all right, Carl, what's your situation, you know? And he goes, oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm a little bit of an entrepreneur. And I go, you're an entrepreneur, Carl. What's your business? And this man looks at me and he says, I guerrilla harvest figs and make jam. Yeah, you hear that silence and one zerbit over there? Exactly. Imagine me having some man say that to my face, like, guerrilla harvest figs? What the hell are you talking about? You can't just throw out a statement like that casually and expect me to know what that is. Guerrilla harvest figs? Like, unless there's an actual gorilla involved, in which case, let's talk. I've got questions. What I think you're telling me, Carl, is that you're a thief. I think what you're telling me is that you're wandering around at night, you're climbing into yards that are not yours, you're shimmying up trees, you're stealing fruit, you're going home with that fruit, you're putting it into a big pot, you're stirring it up with some sugar, and then you're ladling it into little tiny jars, you're putting on labels, screwing on lids, and then you're showing up to comedy shows and bike shops, breweries, and telling beautiful, articulate, hilarious women like me that you think you can substantiate a life for the both of us based on the economy of fig jam? Is that what's happening, Carl? Because if it is, I have an answer for you, and it's hard pass. I live in the South now, which is the greatest place to be a big girl. Because there I'm walking down the street and gentlemen are breaking their neck to see me. They're like, ooh, she looks like she knows how to cook, you know? I always tell women to be confident. I say, listen, leave the house looking great. Know that you look good, but be careful because confidence can mess you up and have you leaving the house in some wild ass stuff. So you gotta make sure that you have a mantra, that you check yourself before you wreck yourself. I like to use the words of Coco Chanel, who once famously said that every woman before she leaves the house should stop, look in the mirror, and take one thing off. Make sure you don't over-accessorize. This saved me from a world of embarrassment recently. Getting ready to go out on a date, put on a nice red dress, wasn't enough. Started accessorizing, put on a little belt, some boots, sweater, things were coming together, feeling good, feeling great. About to leave the house when I remembered, Coco Chanel, Lydia, Coco Chanel. So I came back in the house and I looked in the mirror right by my front door expressly for that purpose. Took a nice long look, and then I was like, oh no. Closed my eyes to make sure it was real, opened them back up, saw myself and went, oh no. Girl, you look like Santa. And I did. I had on a red dress. I had put on a 3-inch wide black patent leather belt with a gold buckle. I had black boots with gold buckles. I put on a white sweater with fur trim. I had to look myself in the eyes and be like, girl, you gotta change this whole outfit. You were not this kind of ho, ho, ho. My name is Lydia Popovich. Thank you so much.